Feather, Feather, I could use your advice on what happened in a recent hookup. This past weekend, I went to a bar with a friend. We ended up hitting off with a group of guys at the bar, and both me and my friend went home with a guy from the group. There we go. Me and the guy I was with ended up having very good sex, getting along great, having an all-around good night. He was acting very into me. He insisted we cuddle all night, even when it was long after the sex and I would move away from him just to get comfortable sleep. Even when I'd move away from him just to get comfortable to sleep, he'd see me move away a little and say things like, "Hey, get back here," in a cute, not creepy way. I love that it's cute, not creepy. "Hey, get back over here, the other side of the bed." He also kept holding my hand all night in bed, telling me how much he liked me, kissing me, like how much he liked kissing me, etc. Basically just doing very lovey-dovey romantic things all night for a random bar.
I'm going to have to cut you off. Sorry. The holding hands in bed is weird. I'll cross feet. But, like, I've never held someone's hand in bed, but sorry.
I don't think I've done that, but I will. I guess we'll take a minute to look at the first part of this email. She writes, he also kept holding my hand all night in bed. Yeah, that's a little different than I would do. Telling me how much he liked me, kissing me, basically just doing very lovey-dovey romantic things all night for a random bar hookup. So I don't think it's fair when she's like, it's just a random bar hookup. Like, now you're putting this in boxes. Like, you have to give, this is how he hooks up. As weird as it is, like, this is how he hooks up with someone from a bar. And it is strange to me, but the idea that there's this thing where someone's like, they judge whether it's a one-night stand by someone, how someone acts on the one-night stand. It's like, no, this is just how this person.
This is how I act, though. That's why
I cuddle. If it's a one-night stand, if I meet it, I'm going to cuddle.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to, like, hook up with you and then, like, I've never had someone, like, I've never kicked someone out or, like, they're like, you want me to stay? Like, I've never gone home with someone because if you actually build up the chemistry in the bar and you're not just there going home because you don't want to go home by yourself, like, that chemistry is real and you can have a wonderful night together and be like, no, I actually like you as a person and, like, enjoy yourself.
It's a theme of this podcast where we have to remember men love vague options. Men love vague options. He is in bed with you having a great time. He's thinking about 10 minutes from now, not an hour from now, not a week from now, not a year from now. You are in this bed. You're saying you're enjoying yourself, but you're thinking way farther out than he is. When you say random bar hookup, he hasn't made that decision yet. This is how, so I understand this is, and women like to have it. The ones that write into this podcast, they want to know, what is this? What is this going to be? And right now she's saying she's trying to, like, take away her emotional attachment to it by going, it's just a random bar hookup. And it's like, but you can't tell someone else how to love. Yeah, they had it.
We had a wonderful connection, a wonderful night, and it wasn't just sex in that moment for this guy. He really liked the connection with this girl.
And it's also okay for her to say to him, hey, I'm not a cuddler on the first time. That's okay too.
I'm not a cuddler once it's time to go to sleep. So, like, I'm not jumping out of bed right after sex, but, like, and we can cuddle and talk and have fun. But when it's time to go to sleep, I'm going to my side of the bed.
But this conversation should tell the listener it's different for everyone. You meet one guy at a bar, he's a cuddler. You meet another guy at a bar, he's not a cuddler. You meet but the idea, I would say 9 out of 10 people that you sleep with from a bar aren't going to go, all right, later toots, and then spit on you on the way out. Like, that's just not how humans act. They're more likely to be more comfortable than uncomfortable.
And I'm the same with like, even if I'm dating someone, like, I'm not going to hold them in my arms all night because my arm's going to fall asleep, So, like,
she writes, the next morning he asked if I wanted to go on a breakfast date together. And I told him I would definitely do that another time, but not today because I was totally hungover, felt gross, and needed a shower and to get home to get my life together, LOL. He dropped me off the next morning. Then I never heard anything. I waited 2 days to see if he texted or made any contact. He did not. So finally I texted him 2 days later. I'm attaching a screenshot of our very short conversation. For context, the reason why I sent that first text was because we had a dynamic going all night of ragging on each other, being sarcastic, teasing a bit. So that's why the message I sent was a bit sassy and playful, but still making it clear that I wanted to talk to him. So let's read the message right now.
So I'm assuming that you hate having a good time since I haven't heard from you. Upside down smiley face.
LOL, I'm sorry. Was at a comedy show last night and drank a little too much. Been in recovery mode all day.
all good! Exclamation mark.
It was in fact not all good. She wrote, "What went wrong here? We had a great night, and he was the one doing most of the pursuing and acting the most interested in us hooking up. I didn't want him to be my boyfriend or anything serious, but figured since we had such a nice time and he seemed so into it that we would at least talk to each other and after and maybe even hook up again. His text response and lack of responses after that made me feel like now he's acting too cool for me or like he has no interest when he acted exactly the opposite all night. Your advice is so appreciated. What do you think, Craig Conover?
I think that this girl needs to take a chill pill and smile. Like there's that response is a not a ghosting response. It is an honest response. Her saying like all good exclamation mark and thumbs upping his thing. Like she didn't ask him anything. Like she started the conversation and he responded. And I think she's expecting, I don't know if this is a thing in New York or what, but like she's expecting him to initiate everything. Like there was nothing about her message, like her first message was great and flirty, but then she could be like, well, if you stop being a pussy, maybe we can get some drinks tonight or something. Like I don't see anything wrong with that.
Here's the problem is she wrote it's in her email. She writes, I didn't want him to be my boyfriend or anything serious. She is so, and I don't want to put the blame on her. Like he's backed away. They had a great night together. She's like, okay, we had this great night. He's trying to cuddle. He must be into me. And then
he didn't really.
Well, she writes, he says, I waited 2 days to see if he texted or made any contact, and he did not. So finally I texted him 2 days later. So they have this great night together. Okay. He asks her for breakfast. She's getting all these like, she's looking for clues. She's the, detective. She's the detective. She's like, he did this, this, and that, so he must like it.
I got it. Sorry.
What's that?
She turned him down first. He got rejected. He asked her to breakfast. He asked her to breakfast, and then
I wouldn't even go. I disagree because I think what happened was she's sitting here going, I don't want. Like I had a good time with this guy. It was a one-night stand thing. Then he acts like it's not a one-night stand thing. Then I'm figuring he's going to text me. He never texts me. So I take the chance and I send a sassy text. He doesn't even acknowledge that he disappeared for 2 days or whatever amount of days. He just says last night was tough as if they had been talking for days. He kind of ignores her a little bit. And now she's going, I didn't want him to be my boyfriend or anything. It's like, she needs to admit to what she wants, and it's not a boyfriend. It's just, hey, we had fun. Let's do this again. And she needs to ask for that because it's okay to go, hey, we had a good time. You're cool. I think this whole thing kind of lands in the land is like in the land of like, I don't want to be even turned down. I don't know what I can ask for. And you can ask for anything you want. She should ask, hey, I would love to get drinks sometime because we felt like we had a good time. And I think we're all so far ahead of ourselves. Like she's already in, I don't even want a boyfriend or anything. I'm not trying to make him my boyfriend. To her, he's either one night stand guy or boyfriend guy. And it's like, why can't it be let's get drinks guy? And hang out and have fun. And I'm saying that doesn't absolve him of just like kind of backing away and being like his text back could have been more interested. It wasn't really interested. She's probably not feeling great about how he didn't even say like, hey, how you been? At the very least, he could have said that. But I think when you make everything all or nothing, then you lose out on the fun that comes in between.
Yeah, I think that not because of the all or nothing, his response is definitely someone that's like, I'm trying not to be a complete douchebag because we had sex the other night, so I'm gonna talk to you. But you're right, there's no like initiation of future plans. Like he's just trying to be nice and texting him back. But that doesn't mean if you run into each other, or you could have done like, well, maybe that breakfast date, and then he'd have to turn you down. But yeah, I mean,
I would even text him, hey, I'm a little bit disappointed. I had a good time. Like, let him know. Like, I had a good time with you. I thought maybe we could do drinks again. You didn't really make any effort. It's a little bit disappointing to me.
It would turn me on kind of to be challenged like that.
Right?
Like, oh, okay.
Like, damn it. Like, we did have a good time. Like, hey, it's a little disappointing. You never texted to be like, hey, what's up? Just letting you know. Like, I was down for that. Like, I think like right now, because whenever you live in the all or nothing world, you miss out. You miss out and you get in your own head. And I think I don't think this guy is genuinely doing a great job of being present and pursuing you, and that doesn't feel good as well. So I can understand where she's like, I don't want to pursue this. Fuck this. He didn't even text me the day after. I would understand that. But if he's still in your mind and you're letting him know, I think it's okay to let someone know they've let you down. Even if you don't think you deserve to. Like, you deserve to. You spent a night together. You fucking cuddled me. You held my hand like we were dying together on the Titanic. You could fucking send me a text to be like, what's up? How you been?
Don't forget to like the video you just watched. I have many more. Subscribe to the channel right now. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, you fool. There's even a bell you can click to. Now you've got your week set Monday through Friday. I'm here for you.